Hi, superstars. It is time for math, and we are on lesson 4-4. Compare numbers to 10. Let's listen to the problem. Emily's mother asks her to bring the towels in off of the line. Her basket can hold less than 7 towels. How many towels might Emily bring in? There are more than one answer, and we're going to show how we know our answer is correct. So her basket can hold only less than 7 towels. So here is 7, and we know that less than 7 towels can fit into her basket. So if I want to see what numbers are less than 7, we can look at our sequence here and we know how to count. We know our order. So if we start at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we should know that all of the numbers over here before 7 are less than 7. And we should know that all of the numbers after 7 are greater than 7. We can show this. So what we can do is we can show the number 7 by drawing 7 blocks. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we can draw 6 blocks and compare them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So as we can see, even though my drawing's not that great, 6 has 1 block less than 7. So that is showing in a drawing that it is less. And if we keep going, let's do 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll notice that 5 is 1 less than 6, and that is how the numbers are going to go, one less than another if we go in this direction. So any of these numbers right here, let's clear this up really quick. So any of the numbers before 7 are less. So we can have the numbers 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1 as our answer. And all of those numbers will fit into Emily's basket because they are numbers less than 7. Let's continue to the next page. Let's look at our first box right over here. What words can we use to compare 8 and 5? 8 is greater than 5. That's one way we can compare those. The number 8 is greater than 5. How does the drawing show that 8 is greater than 5? There are 8 blue squares and there are 5 red squares. How do you know that 8 squares are greater in number than 5 squares? When we count, 8 comes after 5, and that is how we know. Let's look at our next box over here. What words could you use to compare 6 and 9? The number 6 is less than 9. How does this drawing show that 6 is less than 9? The arrows point to the numbers in the number sequence. So how do we know the numbers with arrows show that 6 is less than 9? The numbers show how you count, and the arrow for 6 is before the arrow for 9. So 6 is less than 9. All right, let's look at our last box right here. What words can we use to compare both numbers? 7 is equal to 7. How does this drawing show that 7 is equal to 7? Both 10 frames are showing the number 7 and the same spaces are filled. So these two numbers are the same. We say they are equal. All right, let's go right here to our guided practice. So we're going to count the numbers 1 to 10 and use the number sequence to show how we know which number is greater. And then we're going to draw a circle around the number that is greater. So we have 7 and we have 8. We look at our number sequence here. Here is 7 and here is 8. 7 comes before 8, which means it is less than 8. And 8 comes after 7, which means it is greater. So 8 is greater than 7. For number 2, draw counters in the 10 frames to show how you know which number is greater than the other, and then draw a circle around the number that is greater. So let's fill in the 10 frames with these numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we're going to fill in the second 10 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4. So which number is greater? If we look at our 10 frames, we can see that there are more spaces available or open in our bottom 10 frame. So our 6 is greater than 4. There are more counters showing in our 10 frame. Let's go to the next. Let's go to our next page. Okay, let's look at number 3. Draw pictures to show how you know which number is greater than the other, and then draw a circle around the number that is greater. So we have 6 and 9. Let's draw 6 squares. You can draw anything you want. There's 6 squares, and now I will draw 9 squares, and we are going to compare our pictures and see which one is greater. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can see that I have many more squares down here. So 9 is greater than 6. So I'm going to put a circle around it. I have more pictures that I drew. And also if I know my counting sequence, I know that 9 comes after 6, and therefore it is greater than 6. Number 4, draw counters in the 10 frames to show how you know if the numbers are equal. And then draw a circle around both numbers if they are equal, or mark an X on both numbers if they are not equal. So we have 8 and we have 8. Let's draw some counters to see what it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to do the same for the second one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. both 10 frames have the same amount of counters. That means this number is equal. It is the same. So we draw circles around both numbers to show that they are equal. For number 5, draw pictures to show how you know which number is less than the other number, and then mark an X on the number that is less. So we can circle here the two numbers that we have, and we can look at 9 and 10. Now, I think I actually read the instructions for number 6. So let me read the instructions for number 5. Use the number sequence to show how you know which number is less than the other number, and then mark an X on the number that is less. Okay, so I did read the instructions for number 9. And now we're going to do number 5. So we're going to use this number sequence to determine which number is less. And we're going to mark an X on it. So I'm going to erase my circles. And we are going to look at our number sequence. And we notice that 9 comes before 10. So we know if it comes before 10, it is less than 10. So if it is less, we are going to mark an X on the number. Okay, now number 6. We're going to draw pictures to show how many, and then we are going to determine which number is less than the other number. So here I have 9. So I'm going to draw 9 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And down here we have the number 8. So let's draw 8 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, by looking at my counters, I see that there are more counters for 9 than there are for 8. I'm looking for the number that is less than the other number. So the number that is less is number 8. I'm going to draw an X on the number 8 to show that it is less than 9. Okay. Let's look at the next page here. This page you're going to do independently. You are going to answer them by yourself. You're going to read the instructions on the bottom here and answer the question. Let me make that a little smaller. So I think you can do it on your own. You've been doing a great job, superstars. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye.